Good night, PNG, and welcome to another episode of Coca-Cola Sports Scene. I have here with me Rafaela Kare, as always. Thank you very much for being here. How was your weekend?
It was another great weekend. We had the major semi-finals at the Maribyrnong courts, the Fairfax volleyball. I was at the courts to watch the game, so how was the PM13?
Oh, the PM13 was great. I think a bit disappointing for the boys, but despite the 16-point loss to the Kangaroos, PNG Kumuls played exceptionally well under perfect conditions at the Kalabond Oval in Kokopo. Here are the highlights.
All right, and the two national anthems done, and here we go. We're just about set now for the kickoff. It's Moylan, the referee blows time on, and there goes on putting right foot to ball down inside the PNG 20. Trapped there by Roger Laka, but he's sent to immediately left for the first hit up of the afternoon.
It was a poor start for the Kumuls as the Kangaroos took a 6-0 lead early on in the match.
Away from PNG's line, quickly back to dummy half, across there to Woods now. He ends up with the ball from Farah, and still half a metre away. Woods is put down, but no, he's not. The referee says he managed to get his hand across the line.
The Kumuls grabbed a break with a penalty inside their half after struggling in the set, which was then followed by a drop kick from the Australians after placing them under a huge amount of pressure. In good attacking territory, Minoga dropped the ball 6 meters out from the Kangaroos try line as a try went begging for the Kumuls. Australia extended their lead later on with a try out wide after outnumbering the Kumuls defence to lead 10 points to 0 with the conversion to come.
Now the long ball, they've got numbers out wide. They should score here, Australia, depending on PNG's defensive slide, and I think they have.
A third try to the visiting Kangaroos with halftime looming, so the Kumuls struggle against the quick plays.
And Josh Mansour runs it also easily up the far right-hand corridor and puts it down.
And although the conversion wasn't successful, they took a 16-0 lead into the break.
But it won't matter because the hooter goes in the background, and that's the way we'll go to the half-time break here at Kalabond. The Australian Prime Minister's 13 on 16 points, leading the PNG Prime Minister's 13 yet to score. PNG gets set to get play under Israel Eliab. He's the man who puts right foot to ball, the PNG captain, and it's taken there by Hunt. He immediately sends it on to a runner as they work it back up.
The second half started almost the same, Aaron Woods going under the post for his second to further extend Australia's lead against a run of play.
Throws it to Woods, and Aaron Woods will go over to score. Try number 2 for Australia underneath the uprights.
The score now 22 points to 0. Australia went in again with hooker Robbie Farah finding space between the ruck to set up another runaway try.
Robbie Farah, then they split him up the middle as Farah sends it on now to Anthony Milford, and Milford now goes through and underneath the uprights, and Australia in again.
While Gary Lowe remained PNG's best attacking chance.
Ball quickly, here goes Gary Lowe up the short side.
Bo Scott split the Kumuls line untouched to put another one on the board for the Kangaroos.
Short ball and a beautiful ball from Ben Hunt. Straight there into the hands of Bo Scott, and Scott running through the gap.
The conversion successful for a 34-point to 0 scoreline. Thompson Tete finally got some points for the home team with a runaway to score under the post.
Here goes a PNG try, shut the gate, the horses bolted, up to the 30, up to the 20, and here we go, Thompson Tete will put it down underneath the uprights.
And Noel Timming's conversion put the scores at 34-6. PNG got their second after good lead-up play through the centre to score right side of the posts.
Got numbers here to the right, but they don't need the numbers because they dive straight through and
to narrow the margins 34-12.
Yes, that's great stuff there from the PNG side.
Tete went in again on the right side with 4 minutes remaining, a consolation, but the dying stages had been all red, black and gold.
Then on to Zemming, Zemming on to Eliab, Eliab out wide. They should score here, they will score as we see Thompson Tete run it and put the football down.
The full-time score at the Kalabond Oval, Australian Kangaroos 34 defeated a gallant PNG Kumuls 16 in a game of 2 halves.
We'll head out for a few short messages.
Up next, we take a look at the Fairfax volleyball major semi-final.
Barracks volleyball Cods played host the Fairfax major semi-finals.
Yeah, Raukele showing a lot of their dominance in the women's division.
In the men's premier, Patriots took on Freeway Hawks in a tough encounter, with pressure coming from both sides. Captain for the Patriots, Charlie Minor, led his team to second placing to meet Raukele in the grand final.
Very tough in the games. Our build-up to this game was quite. There was some up and downs, losing some of our players, but we had to fight really hard to come back to this game.
In the men's A grade, Raukele won by 3 sets to Telecom. And in the women's premier, Raukele beat Telecom. Raukele now sits in the box to play University at the grand finals. President and founder of Raukele team was impressed by the performance of his team and said all his divisions have made it to the grand finals.
Grand final brings the best out of a lot of our players, those players that play in the grand final and the teams. Right now we are witnessing the preliminary finals. The winners of today's games will go into the grand final, except for the women's premier. The women's premier, the Raukele Dolphins play Telecom and Raukele are in the grand final. Telecom will play University in the preliminary final this afternoon, and the winner will play Raukele in the grand final next weekend. From recent years, Telecom last year were the winners. In the women's premier grade, they defeated Raukele Dolphins, whereas in the men's premier division, it was Freeway Hawks that defeated Patriots. This year, Raukele is waiting for the grand final in the men's premier division, and Patriots and right now playing against Freeway Hawks, and the winner will play grand final next weekend. So all in all, it's looking really good. Last couple of weekends have been really tight weekends for us. The late passing away of our president was really a blow for us, and we are trying to pick up the pieces, making sure that our teams go into the finals and making sure that we might send our teams to the national championship this year.
Meanwhile, in the other divisions, Telecom A grade, Under 21 and Women's Premier finished at 3rd placing, including Freeway Hawks, Nasobe and Under 21 Patriots. Coming up after the break, we have our marathon athletes departing to the Oceania Cross Country Championships in Guam.
And the PNG Pala is successful on their recent tour to the Gold Coast. Welcome back to Coca-Cola Sports Scene. Well, known for long-distance running, we caught up with our marathon athletes before they departed for the Oceania Cross Country Championships held in Guam.
7 athletes and 2 team managers left the country for Guam to attend the Oceania Cross Country Championships. The athletes are all from Simbu Province. The 4 men, Kupsi Bisamo, Simbai Kaspa, Skane Kiage, and Abel Sune. And 3 women, Ongaawa Mary Kua and Jenny Albert, have been based in Kokopo under the PNG Athletics training program for the 2015 Pacific Games. President Tony Green said the athletes have been training continuously after the nationals and are looking forward to the competition.
Going to Guam for the Oceania Cross Country Championships, which will be held on Thursday, Friday this coming week. And there's also the opportunity for them to run in a half marathon road relay on Sunday, next week Sunday. The athletes are accompanied by Philip Kameni as the team manager and Miriam Goye as the manageress. Miriam will actually join the girls too in the road relay because it's a team of 4. So we'd like to run both male and female teams in that one. So I think they're all looking forward to the trip.
He said Abel Sune is one of the new members to run in the cross-country in Guam. Abel is looking sharp and set to clock his personal best time in the cross-country race.
Bisa running 10K, 5K na wala iking pami ko running. So marathon misa running 2. So like in pami ko lo Guam 2 na pami running. So first time lo mi lo go lo Guam na running 10K lo mi. So mi film amas lo go running 10K.
Mr. Green said bonus for the athletes is that they will have the opportunity to run in the popular annual Guam Kokopo Road Relay on Sunday, 19 October.
Well, all of these athletes are obviously aiming to make the team for the Games next year. It's a mixture of middle and long distance runners. The girls there, Jenny's been to a few meets already. She's won the gold medal in the 1500 metres last year at Wallace and Fortuna. Mary Kua went to the Gold Coast for some experience running at the Down Under meet in July. For Ongan and Abel, it's their first trip. Those two are very young athletes, but they've been running very well in the distance events, so they're a good chance of being selected next year. And then you've got the established boys who I've mentioned already.
The 4-persons relay team will cover half the marathon distance of 21.1 kilometers. Miriam Goya will join the girls to make the women's relay team. Tony Green said the athletes are looking forward to their respective events in the Oceania Championships in Guam and is optimistic of good results. The athletes return on the 20th of this month. And we wish all the athletes the best in the championships.
Well, to Rugby Union and the PNG Palais have added another piece of silverware to the cabinet over the weekend in Gold Coast.
With the superb duo of Amelia Cook in the centres and Joanne Lagona on the wing, the girls formed a formidable pair, outplaying some of Queensland's strongest sevens competitors. Placed in Pool 1 against Queensland Tonga and St George Stingrays, the girls gave no excuses as to why, being the national team, they should not fall short of victory. In an intensive 20 minutes on field, the girls managed to pull an easy win against Tribe Sevens, the favoured team to win this year's Cup, with a scoreline of 33-18. After a total reshuffling of the team, following their disappointing results from the 2013 Hong Kong Sevens, this year's Oceania and Gold Coast Sevens team have proved to be the team to beat regionally. The recent inception of women's rugby in 2000 has seen more depth and growth in comparison to men's rugby, which has been around for more than 4 decades. Coach Eleanor Kunatuba stands firm in transforming women's rugby in Papua New Guinea with the goal and hope to beat Sevens Queens of the Pacific, Fiji.
Congratulations to the Palais.
Coming up after the break, Bank of PNG hosted their corporate games as well as Team Western Highlands.
Welcome back to the show. Jeremy, tell me about the Bank of Papua New Guinea 41st anniversary.
Yeah, I was over at POMNETS over the weekend. The company, in preparation for the anniversary, which is coming up in about 3 weeks' time, brought out all the employees and they just had a day of fun. They had volleyball, touch rugby, basketball, bit of netball, as well as some soccer. Let's take a look.
Well, the staff are always very busy during the normal duties, performing their normal duties every day at work, and so we try to give the staff a little bit of social activity that they get involved in. but especially to celebrate our 41st anniversary, bank anniversary. And this is the concept. We have three weeks of games, and then the 1st of November, which is the actual the date of the anniversary, we basically ended up with a function for the staff. Certainly, we have different four different under different like maybe divisions within the bank, and therefore we have the 4 different colors. We have them represent the bank. We under the corporate affairs group, which comprises of the affairs that are basically supporting the bank, communications. We have HR department. We have general services, security, building. They're all under this the corporate affairs group.
Well, let's just hope that not all the members of the security team are here today. They'll probably pick up a trophy and then something else happens with them.
Well, we've got so people are looking after the affairs of the bank as well. Yeah. As I said earlier, it's just basically giving the staff a break from the tedious work environment, and give them a time when they can get together and bring their families and everybody come and participate together. So we have a bit of a social kind of meet and greet, so that everything is not just work under pressure all the time. Come and release some pressure here, kind of thing. And it's just a joyous time for the staff to just mingle around, not on a professional level, but on a social level, and get to know one another more, so that it builds this the working spirit within the bank. Everybody is supporting their colors and want to win for their their colors, and so they're doing the best. But it's everything it boils down to just enjoyment and having a game and having some fun together instead of wanting to win all the time.
Now 2 more weeks remain.
Correct.
At the end of that, what happens?
End of that, we basically just have a time when the staff get together and the governor basically addresses everybody, and just it's another time we get together to just celebrate the 40.
Can you ask the governor that if you score a try, they can give you a pay increase?
I wish that was possible.
Team Western Highlands, in preparation for the PNG Games, hosted their fundraising dinner last week Friday.
Yeah, with just over 400 athletes and officials as part of the contingent to Leh. The event was specifically to raise funds for the team. Guests of the night included Sport Minister Honourable Justin Chichenko, along with representatives of the Western Highlands Provincial Government and NCD City Manager Hong Kiap. Members of the NCDC Sports Desk were also present, with NCD Team Manager John Bueno also showing his support.
It was wonderful corporate and individual sponsors that have actually supported these costs, and I'd like to go through them again and acknowledge them. Please give them a round of applause as I go through them. The national
Organisers had spoken about arriving in the capital hat in hand to ask for donors for their campaign, and spoke of the difficulties faced.
It is a really embarrassing thing to knock on the doors of very high professional people to say, I'm here for this and that. Sometimes you shy away, sometimes you look straight to the eye, sometimes they don't want to talk to you, sometimes they rubbish you, but it takes really a courageous person to do so. I really thank my team, the NCDC group, John Bueno, Mr. Hong Kiap.
Deputy Provincial Administrator James Papaul spoke on behalf of the provincial government, stating while rugby league was far more popular, he had belief in the talent available.
Just unfortunately, the other island provinces will only play rugby league and the end of the story. However, we decided to take part in the PNG Games, and we have collected some medals. And I think that this is the first of its kind for one of the provinces outside of NCD to come and do fundraising in the city. We were talents, I think we were the first. We were the first to come here. We are sorry that we are breaking, but like the chairman for fundraising have said, we will send a team of about 406 conditioned to participate in the games. And we have 19 courts going. And our major sponsor is the provincial government itself. under the leadership of Honorable Vice Minty, they gave us 200,000, which is not sufficient to cater for that team going to participate. Therefore, they gave us only 6 months to find the rest of the money, and we've been all over the place trying to do fundraising, and here we are.
Guest of honor, Sport Minister Honorable Justin Chichenko reiterated the value of sport and took the chance to express his pride in PNG's drive to win the Pacific Games.
Let the eagle fly high for your province, because I know that's your inspiring way of doing things, and you know, it's a shame, it's a bit of a shame that your leaders are not here tonight, the Governor and members of Western Highlands. I'm sure they've got very important things to do, that's why they're not here. Sports brings friends together, communities together, villages together, settlements together, provinces together, and will bring the Pacific Games together in 2015. We've got a lot to look forward to when it comes to sport.
Tune in to Hotspot on Thursday evenings with Scholar and Lauren for more sporting updates.
And go online to our Facebook page. You can keep in touch with us at sports@emtv.com.pg. Well, that's it from us this week for another episode of Coca-Cola Sports Scene.
You have a great week and good night.